Wow.
I lost my voice the first day, and I'm still trying to get it back.
It's probably at customs.
Hey guys, welcome back. All on we is day one. We fretting since day one. From night till the day come. We under the same sun. Jump up with your day one. Don't stop, we have rain come. We all in the stadium. Drinking from the same rum.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Darlene.
And I'm Neriah.
And we are two Gyal Dem. So today,
I just came back from Trinidad Carnival, so we're going to do a carnival debrief, review, share some stories.
find out who the real mafia is.
And while doing so, we're going to eat some ice cream. I have Neapolitan.
I have red velvet cake. Get your snack and join us. Alright, so first question. How was your section? Like, how was your band, your section, the costume? How'd that go down?
So, I jumped on Tribe, the biggest, best band. Carnival Monday was fine. There were a lot of people. Obviously, that's like a 5,000 people band. So, besides the amount of people, it was fine. Come Carnival Tuesday, we're putting on our costumes. I was in the section Siam, so it was like blue, pink, purple color scheme with a bunch of diamonds and things, right? Real pretty, real.
We'll put a picture of her somewhere on the screen.
Real nice. So put on our costume, you know, had like, I don't know, 11, 13 pieces. It took forever to put on. So we finally get it on. We were supposed to leave with the band at 7. We were going to be on time. We ended up getting there around 9:30. So we're walking, trying to, because honestly we were stressed. It was 5 of us that went. We were stressed after putting on the costume for 4 hours. I didn't even put on my full leg pieces because I just couldn't be bothered anymore. I was like, listen, I'm ready to go. So chipping down the road, not even an hour, and one of my friends' wings, you know, just starts tilting, and we're like, okay.
Pause. How much were these costumes?
We paid $16.50 USD, not TTD, USD.
And it leaned.
So I see one friend's wings start leaning, you know, and then, you know, after a while, all of our wings start leaning. Now, at first we thought, okay, maybe this is because some of the men were rude and just pushing through the crowd. There's 5,000 people going this way and men just pushing through this way to go to the drink trucks and stuff. As well, we were playing frontline, by the way. As well, backline people did that too, which was very annoying. Like, they just didn't have any regards for wings, which I paid too much money for. So at first we're like, okay, maybe it's people pushing us. So like, I'm turning to the side, like, nobody's touching my wings. Like, I don't have time. Unless you're running me my money, do not touch my wings. But after a while, we see the entire Siam frontline section, wings just falling apart. Fast forward about, I don't know, an hour or so, about 20 minutes before I'm about to cross the Savannah stage. Why do I feel one of my wings fall down? As in break in half. As in one is on my shoulder and one is not. And the thing is, right before that, I saw another girl's wings that, like, she wasn't in my friend group, but she was in our section. I saw her wings also snap in half. And I'm like, but she wasn't doing anything. None of us, it wasn't like we were walking up too hard and nothing. We're just standing there. Just falls. Calmly. So basically the entire frontline section of Siam, the wings fell apart. Not only that, when I tell you that costume was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever put on, the metal that they used burned my eczema, like literally burned my arms. And my shoulders are a mess. Like, I have scratches all over my body from this costume. And I just can't believe it. And so I crossed the Savannah stage with holding a wing.
What'd you cross to?
Savannah grass. Kes was on our truck and he sang it live while we crossed. Should have won for March. We'll get to that later. The mess doesn't stop there. So get to the lunch stop and we're just like putting our stuff down, taking last pictures of wings. Could have been like more than 10 minutes. So then I'm going to the tents to get food. Mind you, Tribe had hella tents, like at least 10, 12 tents of different types of food. Mexican food, Chinese food, Caribbean food, any type of food. Monday it was real nice. I'm like, oh, I have my pick, whatever. And they had like little lunch tickets that you had to get your food. Mm-hmm. So I'm not understanding how this happened. They ran out of food on Carnival Tuesday. 5,000 people banned, and you ran out of food? Sir, you have meal ticket. What was the point? What was the point of having a meal ticket?
Now, for those who don't know, can you explain like why this is so extra shocking for Tribe in comparison to other bands?
Listen, the reason I play with Tribe because I this is not supposed to happen. Tribe is your insurance. Like, you're gonna have the best carnival. No costume in Tribe falls apart. What? Tribe running out of food? How? They have 5,000 people. They'll go and choke everybody. Like, no. And this happened with Tribe. And this was the Empire, their 15-year anniversary. No, people are saying, oh, they were too focused on other things surrounding, like, the 15-year anniversary, the Empire, like, all their branding and stuff. That they forgot about the little things or, like, misplanned. I don't care, okay? I had to walk all the way back to my hotel. I stayed at K-Park, which is right near the Savannah, and like the rest stop was kind of near the Savannah as well. But I walked past my hotel to Royal Castle to get some food because that was the closest I had to eat something. And I know I saw some people, they found food for them somehow, but it was like grass, Savannah grass. They got them some lettuce. They got them some Savannah grass and a little square of veggie lasagna.
Oh, veggie lasagna.
Veggie lasagna. After you walking 18.6 miles in the hot sun. Excuse me. If I wanted this to happen, like, I could have saved my money and played with somebody else. So yes, that was my Carnival Tuesday. Honestly, but like, me and my friends were like, we paid too much money for this. So we got our food, rested a little bit, I got some air conditioning in the hotel, and took off literally everything. We started off with 13 pieces on our costume. We ended up with 4. Literally, the little diamonds were literally ripping our $40 Carnivalista tights. So they would not like detach from the tights. So my friend cut hers off. She had to cut her tights off along with part of the costume. So it just wouldn't come off.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
I know you were in your section, but was this a problem in the other sections?
No.
Oh.
None of the, what was it? What Tribe had, 10, 12 sections? Only Siam. None of the other sections had problems. And
is each section a different designer?
Some of them have 2 designers. So my designer, she designed my section, another section, but the other section was fine. I'm not saying don't jump with Tribe because honestly, if I go back, I'll probably still jump with Tribe because it was honestly experience. And they gave us backpacks. I wish I had brought it. They were leather backpacks. Like, they were so cute. Yes, they gave us leather backpacks. Their mugs. So cute, gold rim, trim, whatever.
For those Soca lovers out there, I know I personally love a good Soca brainwash. Every year Private Ryan puts out his Soca brainwash mixes, but she attended the Soca brainwash. So please, the details, please. Let me see if I can secure you.
Top notch. There's a reason why that party sells out in minutes. Like, honestly, I could not believe my eyes. We got there. And it was at the St. Mary's College grounds. So it was huge. And so we got there. We had waiting out line. It was supposed to start at like, I think 11, but it rained a bit. So it just started to like 1. So waiting outside or whatever. We get in. They start handing us like, so it was 70s theme this year. So they had like mugs and that said like groovy or whatever, Foxy Mama, whatever. And then they had like flower headbands or other types of little 70s accessories. It was so cute. But then you walk into the venue and it's like Wonderland. They had, is this even explainable? Just tent after tent after tent. I don't know how many alcohol tents there were. I don't know how many food tents. Girl, they had all of them. Girl. They had the Filori. They literally had anything that you could possibly think of. Any Caribbean food, any even Mexican food, Chinese food. They had every food that you could possibly think of. Unlimited.
Tell them about the Ciroc. flavors?
They had Ciroc tints. So they had like the main bars with anything, whatever. You just go in up. Mostly like your rums, whatever. But they also had tequila and Ciroc tints. The Ciroc tints had flavor. I didn't know there was a passion fruit Ciroc. Excuse me.
Now we gotta find
Mango that it was so good. It just tasted like juice. And that was my downfall. But yes. And the bartenders, you know, it's all inclusive. So they were real free. I asked for a double shot. He gave me 2 double shots. So quadruple. Just Soca Brainwash was it. Like that was probably my favorite part of the trip because I don't remember or lack thereof.
Tell the people how you assaulted Skinny Fabulous.
This was we went to Scorched Duckworth on Friday. And so it was dark, first of all. I had some drinks. I was over there minding my business, dancing. And I didn't even know Skinny was about to be performing. So I wasn't in the main crowd, like in front of the stage. I was towards the side of the stage. Well, I guess where people go onto the stage, none of my business. And he wasn't watching for me, as he should have been, because I was looking fine. And I was having the time of my life, and I wasn't worried about anybody passing through. And so I'm dancing, and I don't know, it was a song, and my hands went up. But instead of going up, it went right across his face because he was walking past me. And I was just looking, he was just like, and I was like, and the thing is, it still didn't register to me that it was City. I was like, okay, I hit some guy in the face. And then he proceeded on the stage. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden I hear family, and I look and I'm like, oh, that's the guy hitting the face. I hit Skinny Fabulous in the face. But you know, it's all, I mean, it's not all good because you shouldn't have won so much, but still.
Okay, tell us about the Mafia. Remember last video, we were like, we must be the Mafia.
Well,
we were dead wrong.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, if you listen to DJ Gyal's mixes, he's always like, I play songs that the Mafia doesn't want you to hear. And so we always joking like, Mafia, who's that? Well, I'm here to tell you that the Mafia is real, and I'm very upset about it. So, as I was saying earlier, I crossed the stage to Cass singing, performing live Savannah Grass. And everybody, you know, some people were like, oh, that's not a road march, like it's too sweet. But no, like, the vibes when you're there, crossing the Savannah stage, or you're in the Savannah, like, no, that was road march quality because everybody's singing it, everybody's feeling good. Okay, so my truck passed the Savannah Grass. I know the truck behind me passed the family because overheard that. I know the truck in front of us passed the Savannah Grass. And so I'm like, okay, maybe Savannah Grass will win. I go on the Twitters and I see people talking about, oh, what did you cross to? Everybody's like, oh, Savannah Grass. Everybody's happy about it. Nobody's pressed like, oh my God, I wish I had crossed the family lane. Somehow, the people have said that family won over Savannah Grass. And they put out their little number saying that Savannah Grass is only paid 207 times. I don't believe it. Because the amount of people, now I know it's 2019. Most people have Twitters. And you're going to be tweeting about Carnival if you went to Carnival. And everybody on Twitter is talking about how they passed the Savannah Grass. So I'm trying to figure out where this over 300 number came from for family. It's not that many trucks. Last story. So, my friend lost her phone at Soca Brainwash. We suspect that one of the security guards had it because we were tracking it on Find My iPhone and it was tracking. So we went to where it was and it was literally like by the security guard. So we got there and they're like, oh no, we don't have a phone. So we like going back into the party to look for it. Suddenly we can't track it anymore because they probably turned it off. Yeah, so there's that. However, so on the road I only had a little wristlet. And so I had 2 phones. I took a smaller iPhone 5, I don't know, and used that as my trading phone. Like I got a B-Mobile. I got B-Mobile. SIM card for that phone. And so I put that phone in my wristlet. But then I put my other friend, the one that lost her phone, she had a big fanny pack. And I'm like, that's probably more secure on the road than a wristlet. So I put it in there. So towards the end of the parade, they run out of rum and stuff. So they have all these bottles of champagne and they're just handing out glasses like it's nothing. I don't know how many I had. It's ridiculous. So we asked one of our friends to take a video on my phone. And so we took the video. We took the phone and we remember watching the video. And after that, don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. We suspect that maybe she thought she was putting it in her bag, but she had drank too much champagne, so she saw a next bag and tried to put it in there, and that was the crown. That's the only explanation that I have. So basically, after the after party, my friends ended up getting to the hotel before me because I was being social. And so I get back to the hotel, and my friend is like, "Oh, where's your phone?" And she's like, "No, can I see your phone?" Because she was like using my phone to call her parents and stuff, so she lost hers. And I was like, "Don't you have my phone?" And so we just look at each other like, and so everybody's searching their bags. My phone is nowhere to be found. And so at that point, I was just mad. So I went out the room to some other friends and was like, "Yeah, I just need to calm down." I couldn't think about it right then. You know, I couldn't process it. Next morning, I woke up and I was like, "Wow, no. This has to be found today because I'm not buying another phone." I also would have lost all my pictures because I didn't have service on this phone, so it wasn't like actively uploading to my iCloud. I was like, no. And so for some reason, my friend's brain worked when we lost my phone, probably because she didn't want to have to try to pay for two. So her brain started working when she lost mine, but not when she lost hers. She was like, "Oh, call Sprint, tell them to turn on your what is it? Data,
service?
yeah, my service, so I can track it off my iPhone." Cause like Sprint can remotely control your phone because it's on their network. It's like their phone. Like mine isn't unlocked, so it's still their phone. So I call first lady I talked to. I don't know why phone companies do this. Okay, if you tell them your phone is lost, they turn off your service. I'm telling her like I'm trying to find my phone, turn on my service so I can find my iPhone. She turns it off. I'm like, how does that make sense? I kept asking her. I was like, so how do you expect me to find it now? And she just couldn't answer the question. So I had to talk to somebody else. Finally, they understood. They took off the lost mode and turned on my service. And then they called my phone from like them. And luckily, this guy sent from heaven answered. Cause like I was putting like on the little Find My iPhone thing, like if lost, call this number, like was my Trinity number. But obviously they didn't get it until the service was turned on. So like he was like, "I just got the message on the phone about call this number, blah blah blah." And I just wanna. He lived and worked in Shagaramas. He was at work. He drove all the way from He left work, drove all the way from Shagaramas to K-pop, and brought me my phone. And I was like, "Where did you find it?" He found it on the Ave. If you live in Trinity, if you've been to Trinidad and you know RP the Avenue, I don't know how I got my phone back because I don't know how I got my phone back because anybody else would have took it. Or if you found it on the app, that's your phone now. I was like, what? And the thing is, that's definitely where we recorded the video. So that's why we're all like, oh, interesting. So yeah, but I found it. And also, I'm trying to figure out how it's not broken. Like, during Carnival, like, how did people not trample over it? Like, I don't understand. This was literally all the works of God. Because the fact that I got my phone back, you lose your phone internationally, you lose your phone. That's it. But thank God I got my phone back. Because if not, how are you going to see how fine I was in Trinidad? Because I wouldn't have had no pictures.
Facts. And, you know, photographers only post the Indian girls anyways and the Venezuelan, so no one would have known she was at Carnival.
I posed for I don't know how many pictures. How many pictures? Haven't seen not one. I started DMing the photographers because I took their names down just because I know what they be on.
And as someone who was on the other, like, the receiving end of the Trinidad Carnival photography, like, I was looking through some of the photographers that I follow who retweeted things on Twitter from people I don't even know. I'm like, light skin after light skin after light skin after light skin, straight hair, sleek hair.
Yes,
Really, only Indo-Trinis, only Venezuelan girls, and maybe like the lightest light-skinned black girl you can find.
And the thing is, before my tan, now I have a tan, but she always calls me yellow, and that's like I noticed they were taking pictures of me and then my other lighter friend, but not my two darker friends. They barely got any pictures, and I was like, unless I was like, oh, come take a picture with me, and then they were in the pictures. But even me, I still don't see any of my pictures. I'm still too.
I'm not surprised because you might be like, oh, colorism in the Caribbean. Girl, it's everywhere. Because if you come to the U.S., photographers at clubs don't get to take pictures of light-skinned girls and skinny girls. Sometimes big girls aren't even let into the club, much less than sometimes dark-skinned girls are not let into the club. So it's just like, as a whole.
It's like I paid just as much money as these little Indian girls to play frontline. That's the thing. Also, as a frontliner, you don't have any pictures of yourself.
That's a disgrace. That's a whole disgrace. You know, it wasn't the ice cream who took pictures of you, fam. So no. And it's the chocolate ice cream you stab when you see internalized colorism. Go stop with the vanilla, please.
Oh, yeah.
Stop with the strawberry, too. Equality across the board. Okay, so we've gone like the little stories, little bitty pieces, but as a whole, Trinidad Carnival.
I'm going back. 2021. Me and my
2021?
friends were already we had.
And me.
Yes.
This time I won't get left at home.
Yes. My friends plus my sister are finally will be going. We literally at Sabanka sat in the next day. We woke up on Wednesday, Ash Wednesday. We're like, so we're going to Maracas. Wait, you sure we're not going on the road? I'm addicted. I know. Yeah, basically January 2020, sometime around that, one of our tickets for Trinidad 2021 because I have to go back. Yeah, we had some mix-ups, but as a whole, it was a wonderful experience. Waking up every morning knowing you don't have to do anything but drink and fed. Wow, yeah. And Trinidad is absolutely beautiful. The food is great. It was wonderful. As a whole, yeah, definitely go. I wouldn't say 10 out of 10, but 9 out of 10 as a whole, Once I get my reparations, maybe 10 out of 10. And honestly, when I go back...
Likely going to be with Tribe again.
Most likely going to be with Tribe again.
Maybe a different designer.
Because the thing is, even with, the mix-ups, that's still probably the safest band to go with. Yeah. Let us know if you're going to any carnivals in between now and Spice Mass, and especially
even the ones
Spice
in
Mass.
the U.S. carnivals aren't happening yet, are they? No, that global carnival list. There's an Arizona carnival. There's carnival in New Orleans. There's carnival in Orlando. There's carnival in
I know there's one in
North Carolina. Yeah. Everywhere's okay, Caribbeans. I see you popping out. Yeah, there's a whole Arizona carnival. I don't even know.
People live in Arizona.
Yeah, girl. I don't really know about over there.
Phoenix. That's the only city I know in Arizona.
Because it's in the song. Phoenix, Arizona, from the Jump On It song.
Wow.
As always, drop your flag. Let us know who you repping. Who was your personal road march winner? Because even though there's an official one, everyone has their personal one.
I do want to say there was a lot of Greens representation in Trinidad. Everywhere I looked, I saw a Greens flag, and I was like, wow. Wow, look at this.
The gag is, Carriacou Carnival was happening at the same time. So instead of going to your sister island, not my business either. Not a kayak. Anyways, so yeah, let us know what carnival you're going to this year, whether it's in the U.S., the U.K., the Caribbean. There's even Soca in Japan. If we ever reach that far,
Spain.
let us know.
What is it? I'm not going to try to pronounce it. The I word in Spain. Ibiza Carnival.
Oh, Ibiza Carnival?
Yeah, they have a carnival or something. They have something.
Okay.
Yeah, so let us know.
Let us know. Like, comment, subscribe.
To all the people then.
Big up yourself.
We'll see you next time.